What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about spiritual topics. I'm also gonna talk about my spiritual experiences and the things that I've experienced, such as different types of symptoms, different types of like situations I've been in that were very spiritual, that really made me question on a lot of things. So let's get to it. So I'm gonna talk about heart pains. I'm gonna talk about random heart chakra or heart chest pains out of nowhere. Even if you get medically checked up, you still have heart pains and stuff like that. I'm also gonna talk about my experiences with my twin flame, the spiritual experiences and how intense it was, and the things I've learned, and looking back on the things I thought were kind of crazy. I'm also gonna talk about how to become great and how to separate yourself from people who settle to be average. Why most people settle in life and how to not get there. I'm also going to talk about different tips on how to make income on the side. So this is going to be a random video. It's going to be all over the place, but unfortunately we got time speeding up, so I'm trying to push all this shit into one video. So let's get to it. So first I'm going to talk about heart pains and heart chakra pains, right? So ever since I've met, I don't like, I get it, it's new age. I don't like saying twin flame, but that's like, if you don't believe in twin flames or if you haven't experienced one yet, then apply it to a very spiritual connection, right? I don't believe in the label, but I'm just naming it so you guys get what I'm saying. But I had a very spiritual, intense connection with someone back in 2017, right? And the reason why I mention this is because we're on the Mercury retrograde, and of course, every Mercury retrograde, I always cry and grieve over that person. My theory is that reasons why we grieve so much during Mercury retrogrades or people who are on a twin flame path and journey is because even though I don't know why the universe or God doesn't want us to grieve all at once. Maybe it's too painful, because every fucking Mercury retrograde I'm always thinking about this person. I can't get this person off my mind, or I'm thinking memories of that person. It's like I'm either grieving this person every fucking Mercury retrograde, even though I thought I got over her, and I am over that person, but it's the Mercury retrograde. It reminds you of these thoughts. Now, my tarot reader said that the reasons why Mercury retrograde you have these thoughts again is because because there are parts that you haven't healed yet. So when these Mercury retrogrades pop up, then you got to heal from that shit, pretty much. But it doesn't just apply with that person. You can apply it to families who done you wrong. It could be people who done you wrong. It could be situations where you felt like you weren't getting justice, or people or things who really did you dirty. But it's weird. It gets annoying. That's why I hate. That's what makes this human experience confusing, because it's like every fucking astrological influence, every Mercury retrograde, I'm always grieving, or I always feel vengeful, or I have like certain enemies or people who done me wrong. They always pop up back to my mind, even though I thought I'd gone over them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the healing process, it's that fucking slow. So it makes no sense how the universe or God, they'll orchestrate a situation to where someone or group of people or a situation is going to cause you a lot of trauma, hurts, and pain. But yet God or the universe expects you to heal from that shit for such a long time. So it kind of puts your life on hold. You can still get things done throughout your life, but it gets annoying where God or the universe will orchestrate these situations from the get-go, because like I said in my videos, we don't have free will. Everything's pre-planned. Everything was meant to happen. Even if we do have free will, still it was meant to happen based on soul contracts, past life karma, and karmic energies and stuff like that. At least that's what I believe in. So I mean, I got that from other people, of course, but I believe in those things, and I come up with my own theory and conclusion. So either way, life is just a game in itself. So it's weird to me how my higher self or spirit or the universe or the rules and regulations of this reality or life will put me in situations where people or a person who caused me a lot of pain and trauma based on karma, soul contracts, etc. And now they expect me to heal from that shit at such a long, slow process. Maybe because time isn't real, so time is an illusion, so this is why the process takes so long. But why isn't every Mercury retrograde this shit comes back to the surface? Is it because maybe when it's not Mercury retrogrades, we were supposed to heal it, and then it's kind of a test? I'm not sure. I doubt it, because there are times, I don't know, it's just because there are times where I felt like I've done things where I've gone over these people or these situations, and it's like either I experience some type of heart pain, or like, and whenever I do experience heart pains, then I'll think about these people, or I'll think about this person, especially towards my twin flame. I read some twin flame articles and online shit, and they mentioned that like usually when you feel pain or grief on your chest or pain or heart area, you could be feeling your twin flame's energy or her pain. You know what I'm saying? So this is weird. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I feel like there are instances where I did feel like while me and her were like back in 2018ish, 2017ish, I did feel like I felt this person's energy. This is where you get your soul ties from, and this is where you get your soul contract. Soul ties is a very real thing. It's a very real thing. It could be trauma bonding, but you can feel this person's energy, or like you like both of your heart chakras are like kind of like connected. I understand this new age where people say like heart chakras and stuff like that, and in these twin flame articles, but looking back, I've experienced certain things where like this shit is kind of accurate, but it gets frustrating because I feel like not too many people talk about their twin flame experiences, or even if they do, it's just so new age. They like, you could tell when they're talking about it, it's like they talk about it, they have to talk about it a certain way where everything is love and light. Nah, people don't talk about how traumatizing it is. People don't talk about how painful it is, the ins, outs, the purposes of it. Not too many people know about twin flames. Not twin flames, but like karmic soul ties and like karmic connections like that. I don't have too much experience of it, but I have experienced intense connections where like I have experienced certain symptoms that some people talk about, but not full detail. You know, they like to mix up a new age bullshit where you can just tell it's being fake. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of feel called, or I'm gonna make more videos about my twin flame experiences and other intense connections and stuff like that, because not too many people really talk about it, or at least they don't go into detail, or they don't use their life experience like that. And I feel like it needs to get out there so more people know what the fuck is going on. But again, I'm not saying I'm right, or I'm not saying it's facts. I'm just saying from my own perspective and theory. So don't take what I say to heart. If it resonates, my channel is one of those things where like if it resonates, it resonates. Yeah, like you have to experience it to know what I'm talking about, come up with your own conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Not every video you have to agree with it. I'm just talking things from my own experiences, my own perspectives and theories. But yeah. But it's weird though, cause like I mentioned this in my old videos too, where I have experienced a lot of like heart pains or random like chest pains and stuff like that. There are times, and I researched it, and it's called heart chakra activations or heart chakra pains. And this shit gets annoying because why would God, the universe, put me in situations where like no one really there are people who do experience it, but God doesn't want to put people around my area that experience the same things I've experienced. Maybe because there are people I've never asked them in person, or at least in the internet or online. How come no one talks about like feeling random sexual energy and your heart chakras overstimulating and like you feeling a lot of like heart pains? How come no one talks about this shit as much? The only time I'm able to get those information is when I'll book a personal tarot reading, and she goes into detail. But it's annoying how like there's other people outside of my tarot reader who not claim my tarot reader, but like other YouTubers who are spiritual, who experience twin flame and other spiritual things. They don't talk about this shit as much, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe they do, I just haven't done some research, but it's just weird. It's very trippy. There are times I explained in my old videos, but there are times where like I feel a lot of heart pains and chest pains to where I'll collapse to the floor, or like I'll cry, or like I'll grieve a lot. And that shit is painful as fuck. That shit really is painful. It's like in your chest area. It's so severe and bad that you think you're getting a heart attack, or like you're getting like, and there are times where I get medically checked up. I never had a history of taking medication or anything like that. I never had a history of a health problem. So I'll check over these doctors, and they told me that nothing was going on. So I'm still alive. And there are times where I will eat healthy and fast and all that, but it's a spiritual thing. I know it's a spiritual thing because I'll experience that shit. I notice in every Mercury retrograde. Every Mercury retrograde, either that and or during the eclipse or the full moon. And it doesn't happen, like, it just happens at random times. Usually during the night. So it's just weird. And I've experienced most of that during my connection with her back in 2017. So that tells me that, okay, it's a possibility that it is a spiritual thing. And my tarot reader said that usually when you experience heart chakra activations, because that's what it is. It's a heart chakra activation, so your heart could expand. And the reason why it hurts so much because it's purging out all the past trauma from you, even your twin flame and your past life bloodlines, your ancestral bloodlines, you and your past lives, all that shit at once. So that's why this shit hurts so much. But earlier today, I was just chilling in my room. I'm having a good day. I woke up, got a workout in, did some meditation. I'm trying to make some money on the side of my side hustle with DoorDash here and there. So I felt good, clean my room, and then all of a sudden, I was feeling a lot of like chest pains and heart pains. And I knew it's not mine because since I've experienced so much soul ties and so much connections like out of nowhere earlier in my life, I'm used to it. So I could tell if I'm feeling either my emotions or someone else's emotions. There are random times where I felt random person's emotions. I don't know if it's my twin flames or someone I'm connected to or someone's thinking about me when I'm driving through the car. Like, it's very fucking trippy. And this shit pisses me off sometimes because it's like, why would God or the universe not give us as much information even though we're the ones that are experiencing this shit? Does God or universe or our spirit expects us to experience these things and to come with our own fucking conclusion and figure out what the fuck is going on and leave us confused? Life is very strange, but it makes sense though, because someone mentioned in one of their videos that life is like nothing makes sense and nothing has to make sense. Everything in life is just a fucking dream state. It's a fucking random, this world doesn't make sense. And that's the case, that makes sense. But then again, I can see why this world has to make sense. So this reality has rules and regulations and laws. And since we lack free will, so life can't be just a random thing, you know what I'm saying? So why is it that when you have certain people who experience spiritual connections and they experience random things, and I'm not the only one that experienced these things. I read articles and other people who also experienced certain twin flame connections, and they've also reports of experiencing heart chakra pains, chest pains, where they felt this person's emotions, random sexual energy. Like, I will send the links down. I will send the links in my comments. I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm trying to investigate. Like, what the fuck is going on? I know how to investigate. I've seen videos. I will dish out articles and videos on my comment section. Just watch out for these links, and I'll show you guys, because they are experiencing the same things I've experiencing. People who, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I feel like it is a real thing. Anyways, but yeah, it gets annoying. So earlier today, I was feeling the heart pains and chest pains. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, and I felt like, okay, either I'm experiencing heart chakra activation, or maybe the universe or life wants me to purge out and grieve a lot of things that I haven't released yet from the past, which I thought I did. Because ever since Mercury retrograde hit, I kept thinking about my twin flame. She kept popping on my mind, and the memories popped up, and I was kind of crying last night so I could release some emotions. Then the next following day, I'm having heart and chest pains, and either I'm feeling this person's emotions or energy, or either I'm feeling it, or either it's mine's, or either it's my heart chakra activations, or a spirit or God wants me to release or purge out with certain emotions. So either I'm feeling other people's grief towards me, like my abusive, dysfunctional family members who done me wrong. Maybe they're grieving over me, so I can feel my heart center, or my twin flame, or maybe it's just me, or all that shit at once, or the universe wants me to purge out a lot of shit through my heart chakra. So breaking generational curses, or and beyond twin flame journey and these spiritual side quests and shit, like, it's just weird. It's very fucking shit. It's annoying. That's one of the reasons I even made a YouTube video or a channel, so I could just talk about this shit, you know. But yeah, people also reports of, like, while they're around their twin flame connection or the situation, they've experienced like sexual energy out of nowhere, and it was so intense. People call it kundalini. Some people say it could be you're having sex with your twin flame in the astral plane. I gotta start saying twin flame because that sounds kind of weird, because not too many people don't know what a twin flame is and they're not familiar with the label. So I'm just gonna say spiritual connection. So people who, like, if you're experiencing a spiritual connection with someone, like, there's articles I've read where, like, it possibly, if you feel a lot of sexual energy towards that intense connection you have with someone, it could be maybe two of your spirits or souls are having sex in the astral realm, so now you're feeling it in this realm. Or since you two are very like have that close bond, that builds an energetic cord and connection to where you two can actually telepathically communicate with each other and feel each other's emotions. There are instances where back then, where 2017, 2018ish, where I felt I've experienced me and my the intense spiritual connection I had with that person. I feel like we did communicate a lot telepathically, or like it was so intense. So like I was getting headaches, and like my head was like burning because me and this person kept arguing telepathically. It's not us two sending an evil eye, but it's more so us two communicating with each other telepathically. Even I remember when we were dating, I was with this person physically. I remember like at times they would like finish each other's sentences from time to time. Like we'll know what each other are thinking. And like it's like at times we'll kind of stare at each other at random times because we just know what we're thinking. And I know other people can relate to this, especially if you have like a soulmate connection, or if you feel a close bond towards connection. Naturally, you two will know what you two are thinking, or like you two just understand each other at a deep level. So my conclusion is that when you're having an intense spiritual connection with someone, is like you two just have a strong bond, that you two naturally develop an energetic fucking bond or a soul tie, so where like you two could actually read each other's thoughts, and telepathy and communication, you two can feel each other's energies because you two are connected at such an ethereal spiritual level. Especially if you two have always been with one another in past lives, and you two are keep on reincarnating, and in the spiritual realms you two are always together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So those are the things I've heard, and it could be true. Not saying I'm right, but it could be true. But yeah, I will make more videos about it in the future. But looking back, that connection was intense. It was trippy. It was trippy as fuck. It was so painful. It's traumatic. Like if you have that twin flame connection, is like it's very sexual. It's very intense. It's like this person your whole life. And then, but that's with any intense or soulmate connection. I'm just talking about soulmate. That soulmate connection was very intense, and it had its ups and downs and stuff like that, and it gets too overwhelming. Even when me and this person were like kind of like kissing and stuff like that, the next following day it was so overwhelming for me, and that I literally had a headache, and I couldn't get out of bed like that. I struggled to get up in bed. I had a fucking headache. I had a headache all day. I felt so overwhelmed. My head was heating up. I thought I had a fever. I guess I didn't. That I didn't even want to talk to this person or speak to this person, even through the phone. Even this person even messaged me, I think. I didn't respond back probably in a week or something. And then the next following week, I was feeling a lot of random, just intense sexual energy for like a whole day, or I think it was multiple days actually. And that shit was intense as fuck. That shit was overwhelming. So what's going on, So just shit like that, where it makes me think like maybe chakras are a real thing. Maybe the label name is New Age, but where we actually do have certain like energetic points within our body system. Maybe the human body is a lot more advanced than what we actually know. So for example, you see like, shout out to the YouTuber Chauncey One. Like Chauncey One, he's trying to become a breatharian. So there are instances where like he'll fast for like months, for weeks, and that's possible. There's breatharians out there, and if you subscribe to his channel Chauncey One, he's doing certain types of breath work and breathing exercises and energetic exercises, and it's possible. And people who also done what he's doing, his routines, they've been reports of them feeling blissed out. They feel like they have a natural high, and they could go days without eating because they have all that energy. And Chauncey, he teaches about that, so that comes to show you. And he also does yoga, and he talks about how to release blockages within the body and access certain channels within your body. So him talking about that, and me experiencing overstimulations within certain chakra systems and telepathy and just random sexual energy and heart pains, that's spiritual out of nowhere. Yeah, I feel like the human body definitely is extremely more advanced that we know nothing about. That's not being out to the public, because, and if you observe the collective, you have tarot readers. Like tarot readers are good tarot readers out there, and they're legit. Like, you have tarot readers who can predict the future, who can predict your outcome, who can predict your energies through your astrology. You have tarot readers who predict astrological influences, people teaching about astrology, how the energies work within the planets. Like, why is it that astrology and these energies affects the human body? So that tells you that the human body is spiritual. And there's a lot of energy behind the human body that we know, that we don't know too much of. You know, you see people who have a lot of psychic. We're in the year 2024. A lot of people are like fasting. They're becoming breatharian. They're tarot readers. They're making spiritual content. They're predicting futures and shit like that. They're you know what I'm saying? They're dropping a lot of spiritual knowledge and information. So the human, without a doubt, the human body is either evolving or it's always been like that, but we just don't know too much of the human body because not too much information is out there, which makes sense because since we have corrupt government and corrupt government and corrupt elites who rule the world, of course they don't want information about the human body energetically, spiritually. They don't want that shit being known to the public, because once the public known about this, especially since for like a long ass time, a while back, and yeah, they're gonna do exercise like becoming a breatharian and doing yoga and just different other routines and having certain types of wisdom and knowledge and information to where they're able to change up this realm and this society. You even have tarot readers and certain YouTubers who are spiritual. They talk about how to use the laws of manifestations and how to use energy to work into your favor. You know what I'm saying? So they talk about spell work, certain types of like breaking curses and shit like that, even breaking generational curses. You know what I'm saying? So this shit gets deep, and I feel like there's a lot more advanced information that's out there that we don't know too much of. But that's where I'm getting at. So if you're also experiencing what I'm experiencing, or let alone if you're very curious, you have to use YouTube and spirituality to kind of investigate and try to put two and two together, because you got time speeding up. Just the fact that time is speeding up and the days are going by a lot faster, that tells you that this life is a spiritual experience. If it's not a spiritual experience, then why is time speeding up? That alone tells you that we live in a dream state, or that could be the wrong term, but you get what I'm saying. We literally have time speeding up. I never thought, in me being an adult as a kid, that time actually fucking speeds up. The days go by a lot faster. Just like what Chauncey once said, 8 hours is equivalent to 3 hours in this timeline. So yeah, that's crazy as fuck, because it is. It's sunny right now. It's about to get dark. Time hasn't speeded up since 2018, and it's getting faster and accelerating a lot more quicker. So that tells you that that's paranormal. That's spiritual. People reports of seeing demonic possessions. People on YouTube, they talk about narcissism and demonic possession and the Jezebel spirit. So there's demonic warfare. People seeing ghost spirits. So there's a lot of, without a spirituality in the afterlife and just shit like that, it is a real thing. This is not being normalized or popular as much. It is slowly, because you have tarot readers all over YouTube. They have their services and own businesses. Back then, people look at that as crazy. You know what I'm saying? People will look at that, don't freak out. You know what I'm saying? So third world countries, people, they get killed for that. You know what I'm saying? They actually call them, I'm not gonna say it, but it's just weird. Even me talking how I talk and other spiritual YouTubers, people in third world countries, they probably look at that as like, oh, you're being a witch, or you're a witch, or you're cursed, kill that person. I've seen videos like that, you know. So I'm not saying, you know, this is weird, whatever. But so now I'm gonna talk about ways to make income. This is a very random video. So ways to make guaranteed income. Now I'm not gonna say things that's not guaranteed income. I'm gonna list the things that's actually guaranteed fucking income. If you have a car, or if you don't have a car, I recommend you first getting your driver's license. Get a car. I would say get a new car. I prefer a new car, because if you have a new car, you have fresh mileage to where now you can use that to make money. But the average, but since we live in a society and a realm and a system to where it screws us over and everything's a scam, the average person don't have the proper finances to even buy a new car. So more likely just buy a used car. But if you're gonna buy a used car, buy a car with good mileage. Don't buy a car with over 100,000 miles, and at most try to buy a used vehicle as between 30,000 to 50,000 miles. If you get lesser, that'd be nice for a good deal. But so get a car with good mileage. Now, once you have that car, and it has to be like kind of updated. We're in 2024. Try to get a car that's around the 2020-ish, 18-ish, 20-ish, to where you could use it to do Uber and stuff like that. So, and get like a big car. Get like I got a Subaru, so like get like a car where like it could fit a lot of passengers if you can. So once you have that car, you could do so many options with having a car. You can make money. So you could do DoorDash. I just started doing DoorDash, and I'm already making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it takes work. It takes energy. It does take a ton of mileage, but if you have a good mileage car, it's gonna work in your favor. Especially if you live in a big area or an area that's very busy, or just go to the local mall or go to every fast food places out there, because people get DoorDash from fast food and at the mall. So go to those locations and you're gonna get a lot of hot spots, and try to set orders that offer a lot of money. Get things done, and you're gonna make a lot of money guaranteed on the spot. I started DoorDash like a couple of days ago, and I'm already making money, and it's fun. I love driving around. It's easy. All you gotta do is just download the app. I'm not gonna walk you through it because it's easy to understand. There's other videos, but I'm not gonna explain that. But it's easy. It's not rocket science. You literally just go to it's gonna give you a notification to accept the task. And then if you want to do it, you say yes. So you click on the app, or you click on the button or whatever. It's gonna tell you to go to a certain store. Let's say like McDonald's. Then it's gonna give you an automatic GPS location. So you use that to go to McDonald's. You go to McDonald's. You just say I'm here for DoorDash. I'm here to pick up for, and that DoorDash app is gonna give you a name of who you're gonna pick up for. You show the workers your app. You pick up the food. Then that location is gonna send you to the person you're gonna drop it off to, and then you follow that location. You notify the customer, bam, you get paid on the spot. So that's guaranteed income. So that, and I made some pretty good money just doing that in a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. So I'm literally making side money on the side. You know, I could do a full time, I could do a part time, I could do whenever. I could do it after my work. Just making more money on the side, and it keeps you busy. It won't. I'm happy about that, because there are times where like on the weekends, if I'm not working, I'll just be bored out of my mind. I'm just don't know what to do. Now I have DoorDash. It keeps me busy, and I could do whatever I want. I can do it after work, and it's easy money like that while just driving, listening to good music, listening to certain podcasts, and make money while DoorDashing. You know, you could also do Uber. So hang on. So guarantees ways to make money: Uber, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Lyft, and barbering. Now I'm gonna give the reasons. Uber is awesome because you could go to you could go to anywhere, and you're gonna get a lot of like hotspots. You could go to like a local fucking like mall, to maybe even like a college, work areas, to where people need rides, especially college students and high school students. You can give them. I'm not sure about high school. I think that's illegal. But I think for college students, you can give them rides. Go to local workplaces, go to local parties, like I'm sure there's different areas in the city where they have like party cities over there. You know what I'm saying? Where like you have college students always partying, or like kids always partying over there. And then you go to that location, and then especially late at night, because they're all drunk and they're all with their friends, they're all wasted, so they're gonna call Uber, and then you give them rides and stuff like that. And that's gonna make money off. So me, I will usually do DoorDash during the day. I haven't done Uber yet, but I'm going to. So you do DoorDash throughout the whole day, and since DoorDash only deals with foods, most of these fast foods, they close on the average from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. on average. So once you're done with that, without throughout the whole day, you're making money, you can switch that to doing Uber. You could do that late at night, do Uber all day. You can also do Uber Eats and stuff like that. And then you can make same with Uber and Lyft. They're both pretty much the same thing, and you're making money just like that. Not to mention you're getting tips. So Uber Eats, Lyft, DoorDash, they're all the same thing. That's guaranteed income. You get it on the spot. I know this to be facts because I've done it, and I've already making income on the spot. Now another way to make income guaranteed is barbering or cosmetology. The reason why I'll say barbering and cosmetology, it's good because even though school's like 10 to 12 months, it is a long time, but once you get that license, bam, like you could literally cut hair. Because the thing with barbering and cosmetology is that you could do it anywhere. You could do it part-time, you could do it full-time. Even I remember during COVID back in 2020, people were still cutting hair. They had their own businesses either in their homes, or they'll still keep it open, but they'll let the public know low key so they won't get in trouble. And you could get their numbers, and then they'll text you when they're available. And I know people they're still working a lot despite most of these workplaces shutting down during COVID. You can get a master's degree in any career field you're trying to get into. More likely, it's gonna get shut down due to COVID. But once you have that barbering license and cosmetology, you could cut hair during COVID. So you're still making money while most of these workplaces are shut down. You know what I'm saying? So imagine doing that while you're doing DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, Uber Eats, and you're doing barbering and cosmetology. It's pretty much the same thing, but you get what I'm saying? That's guaranteed money right there. You can make a living off of barbering. People make good money through barbering. You just got to have the right sales pitch, and you got to be at the right location where it's busy. It's like a big area or cities where it's popular. And then you could cut hair, and you could do it whenever you want. You can start your own business. You could get people's numbers, tell them when you're available. You can make a business off of your Instagram. You can make an Instagram barbering page. You can make it through Twitter. Barbers do it all the time, and they let their business hours known through social media, and that's how they're able to get clients and customers and stuff like that, and they make money off of that. You could charge them $20, you charge them $50 and stuff like that. Usually 20 on average, but you cut like 5 clients, that's $100 on the spot. So imagine you cutting 20 clients, that's like $400 right there. You know, so yes, school is long, but what's better? Would you rather get your master's degree into a career field that's not guaranteed to be out there once you get it, or would you rather get a guaranteed certificate to, it's kind of like a trade skill and an art skill where it is guaranteed you won't make income, because you could literally go anywhere, you could work anywhere, even if it's COVID, even everything is shut down, you can still cut people's hair because people need their haircuts. AI is not going to take over people cutting their hair. People may cut their own hair, but they're not good at it. AI is not going to cut people's hair. But since you're certified, you went to school for it, you have the experience, you know how to cut hair, even though like it. It's good to have that certificate. It's still guaranteed money, you know. So those are the ways you can make money guaranteed. Damn, I should have made this in the other video. Fuck, man, it's whatever. What else I'm talking about? I think that's all I'm gonna talk about. This video is so random. Holy shit. Fuck. What sucks about the system, what makes this system so evil, what makes this society in this world so evil is that, like, if you don't have enough money, or let's say your car breaks down, you know how expensive it is to have your own to have your own engine, or to have another engine, or to fix your car. Or it's just scary how, like, if you're not making ends meet, you could lose your car. Nothing is free. You could get your car taken from you if you don't have car insurance, or you get arrested, or you get in trouble for that. You know what I'm saying? So and when cops pull you over, give you tickets, it's expensive. You know, so it's like everything is pricey. It makes no sense. Why is everything so pricey? But yet people getting paid with these jobs and with the economy, is like they're not getting paid enough. So whenever they get fined, or whenever they have to buy something, it's so expensive. You know what I'm saying? People got families, they got kids to feed. This world is kind of scary. It's scary knowing that, like, if you choose to not work, then more likely you're not going to make money. Some people get paid hourly. You know what I'm saying? If your business, if customers aren't coming in, then if you don't have enough money, then you're not able to maintain a house. You got to pay for everything. You got to pay for a house. You got to pay for a car, food, water, shelter. Like, that shit's wild, man. We shouldn't have to pay for resources like that. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. Even though we have corrupt rulers, like we have people who are corrupt who rule this world, they know what they're doing. So it's wild, man. It's just wild. But that's where faith comes in. So usually people who are very successful, or people who have a positive energy, they always have certain type of faith, whether it be God or higher power or spirit. And these same people who have such a high faith, they're usually able to get through life knowing that whatever happens to you is going to happen to you for the better. Not saying if you experience abusive situations, you're meant to experience it. No, I'm saying like, try to use any opportunity situation to better yourself, pretty much, and make the most out of it, because the mind is very powerful. The mind is very powerful. It's ability to influence you through perspectives and stuff like that. This is why people always say always remain positive and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But and most successful people, they always view things at a perspective where it benefits them. You know, so I hope this video helps. Kind of random, but hope you have a good one and take care. Peace.